another new contender for the best mini Dogecoin miner. Volcminer D1 Mini Pre, maybe pre-production. This is an early review model that was sent out to us to review by Volcminer because I've been documenting my mining farm journey for just, I don't know, about a decade. Which, hey, what's up, by the way, I'm Vosker on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm out here in VoskCoin HQ. Yeah, we're gonna set this thing up. Just pulled in some more power, expanding the mining farm, solar. It's getting crazy out here. Stuff like this makes mining more accessible. So many companies try to go for this like Apple-esque fit and finish on products, but normally it just means that the lid is a pain to get off with the product in it, let alone when it's out of it. So we'll run through the specs and the major miners that this competes with in a little bit. It's weird that the picture's of a silver miner, but we just received a black one. The fit and finish here reminds me of gold shell. Integrated power supply, love that. Ethernet connection, don't see a Wi-Fi adapter. Anti-tamper with warranty screws. Red, green, blue, yellow LEDs all right here, which is kind of fun to see. 2 fans here on the front side, no fans on the back side. We see 2 hash boards in here, along with 2 big heat sinks. And then we got our control board here on the side. And you can see based on these components, that's gonna be the power supply sitting here on the bottom, which matches up with the orientation of this device. Price-wise, performance-wise, this can very well be the best mini Dogecoin miner in the game. I'm also really excited to see another mini Doge miner, but this is not technically the mini Doge series like by Gold Shell, for example. This should be a pretty quiet miner, something that you can deploy in your basement, your garage, your bedroom with ease. Volcminer is a new miner manufacturer. They had the D1, the D1 Lite, which is basically a worse version of the D1, the Volcminer D1 Mini Pre, which is just gonna be the small Doge miner, and then a Volcminer D1 Hydro, which you're gonna need 3-phase and a full-scale mining farm level deployment to run something like that. Just brought the old 86 out on track yesterday because having more problems with the Bitcoin Supra track car. So it's fun in the 86, frustrating in the Supra, but gonna work through it and go from there. Over here in the corner though, I'm telling you this because it's just in my line of sight. Over here in the corner, we can see what full-size miners look like. These are ASIC miners, application-specific integrated circuit miners, purpose-built machines, custom computers, and based on these chips, they only mine one mining algorithm normally. But bringing it back over here to the Volcminer D1 Mini, we'll drop the Pre. I don't know why that's on there. We're gonna call this just the Volcminer D1 Mini. 2.2 gigahash a second, and no details here on, can this run on 220 voltage? I would assume so, or 120 voltage? I would assume so. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So over here, we used to call this the Kaspa mining corner, but that's been going terrible. Most of my Kaspa mining rigs and my early Alpha mining rigs burn so much more electricity than they earn in the coins they're mining. I've just gone ahead and shut them off. I'm losing money. Power cable, zoop, reacquired yet again. Plugged into this old PDU I have up here. Gonna plug it in to this device. You probably won't be needing this anymore, lad. Ethernet cable inserted. It's so dirty, a little dirt cloud came off. Turn it on, sense the airflow. Blow through design. I'll go ahead and turn this. This is completely unplugged. Pop that up there. Move this over here. Let this boot up. I'm gonna input my mining pool information, and I'll explain how you do that. You know, quick run through on a setup guide, and then let it run for a few days, measure the performance, see if it's as good as it's supposed to be. Then we can round this out with, is it worth it, performing as it should, so forth. All right, it's data time. So Doge, second most profitable coin to mine, second only to Bitcoin. Huge difference there, right? But Doge is up 15% in the last 7 days. So let's go. That's nice. Because the emission for Doge a month or so, maybe 2 months ago, it's been a rough couple months, was around 5 million, which was incredible. And Bitcoin was emitting around 50 million. So it was actually sitting at about 10%, which was a pretty cool metric to be holding. But it's lost half of that since then. The bottom line is, though, there's a lot of money to be had. Doge mining is a very competitive market. Manufacturers are putting a ton of R&D and just investing heavily in the manufacturing. At the time of recording this, Doge is trading at about 20 cents per coin. It's up a whopping 10% over the last year. Wow. We were so excited, and then things just didn't really go the way we thought. We thought, okay, Bitcoin's gonna rock it. It's alt season. Well, I'm still waiting for alt season. All right, so this is the Volcminer D1 Mini Pre, 24-hour hash rate, 2.24 gigahash a second. So let's pull this data up. Key numbers, right? 2.2 gigahash advertised, consuming 500 watts, creating a 0.23 efficiency here on the script mining algorithm, or simply Doge mining, you know, merge mines, other coins as well. We look at the 24-hour performance. It is a little bit above that, so that's cool. That's good. As measured by the mining pool, this is working out. This is good to go. The most comparable miner to this is the AlphaPex DG Home 1. 0.3 efficiency. This is, we'll round up, 50% more efficient, right? And this is where it gets even crazier. We're an affiliate with ASIC Marketplace. If you like the content, please use our link down in the video description below. You can order the Volc D1 Mini Pre Dogecoin miner, the exact same one I have here in today's video, for before punching in our coupon code to save you some coin. That's better than the coupon code they always have on their homepage. If you went there and ordered the DG Home 1 by AlphaPex, you would pay more money and get less performance. You would have a slightly lower hash rate. You would have a bigger power consumption. Both of these have integrated power supplies. You're getting no more with this. Maybe this is maybe a little quieter, but this thing's going to be plenty quiet, and the fans don't have to spin as fast because it's also using less power, so there's going to be less heat to dissipate there. But the information that just leaked at Mining Disrupt is that there's 0.1x, or basically in the teens, efficiency for the new AlphaPex Doge miners. So we may see the DG Home 2, we may see the AlphaPex DG 2, and basically they're going to release a model that is more efficient than the most efficient Dogecoin miners that we know here out on the market. Which also means that Bitmain is probably going to release a better version of the Bitmain Antminer L9, L9 Plus, L11, I don't know, the names suck in the mining industry. The efficiency of that device, to be very clear and specific, is 0.21 joules a megahash. So AlphaPex's marketing is clearly saying, hey, at this current time, we have them beat. It's an arms race. You're not a manufacturer, and you need to be cautious because these things are very expensive, and you can spend a lot of money and then maybe never make your money back. Like, I'm never going to make my money back with the Bitmain Antminer AL1. What's the current mining profitability of all of these anyway, right? So after a 7.5 cents per kilowatt hour electricity rate, the D1 Mini Pre by Volcminer basically profit about $2 or $700 a year. DG Home 1, $150, $576 a year. The L9, $1550, $5,655 a year. All these annual profit projections are much less than the purchase price of all of these other machines. I've shown you Litecoin and Doge mining here on F2 Pool, where they support merge mining of multiple cryptocurrencies. There's also Mining Dutch that supports even more cryptocurrencies with their merge mining setup. If you don't care at all about, let's call it like it is, those shit coins, there's also Luxor's mining pool. They're professional grade mining pool. They of course offer Bitcoin, and we're mining our Bitcoin on there right now. but they also have a Litecoin Doge mining pool where you get paid out for both of those cryptocurrencies. Then beyond that at Luxor, who are a sponsor of the VoskCoin YouTube channel this month, and I thoroughly appreciate that, they have a hash rate index, mining, and other information and insights crypto newsletter. There's a free and premium version there. They even have a marketplace and sales desk where they can help you source miners, especially bulk orders. This is how to set up your Volk miners. Any of them should be pretty much the same. So I've got the IP address, use an IP scanner or log into your router app, whatever. You know, I've shown this on the channel before. I have an Eero app. It alerts me of a new device. It's very easy for me. I use DHCP, which basically means it randomly generates a new IP address for every new device that I put in there. Username is pretty standard in the industry, root. But this password you will never guess. That password is LTC et DOGE. Yeah, not even Doge. And it's the et sign. Like LTC at dog. I forgot and I had to look it up, and I ended up watching my old video on it. And it's really weird when you forget stuff and then you ask old you what you're supposed to do. We plug in the power. We plug in the Ethernet. We're on our quest to earn passive income. We remote or simply log into the device here. IP address. We went over the username, the password. Now we're clicking configuration pool miner. From here, you put in whatever mining pool information you want. For example, this is how you set up to mine to F2 pool. You do have to make an account to mine there. From there, I've got my username, or that account I just referenced. .worker name helps me identify it on the pool. I'll get notifications if it goes down, and I can open up that specific miner here on the pool and get some additional information. For example, you can see that this has been working relatively steady over the last 24 hours. Coming back to the miner, you can set backup pools and things like that. And then you can tweak this device a little bit if you'd like to do so. I have not done that, and I do not recommend doing that at this time. After that, you'd click save, and then out of good measure, I always go to the system and I'll click I'll click on the miner status, and then I'll make sure my information's here, and then I'll go to system and I'll reboot the device and make sure that in the event of a power outage, all that information is in there and saved. Inside this miner, you can see that it registers 2 different chains or hash boards basically, and the associated performance of those could help you diagnose if you're having an issue potentially with one of them. There's 2 fans on this device, and they're both spinning right now at about 2,500 RPMs. And that's the gist of it. That's how easy it is to just get up and running with this device. Per the dashboard, the uptime is about 2 days consistently, and it's reporting an average hash rate of 2,226 gigahash, which would be 2,226 megahash, which would be 2.22 gigahash a second. So we're actually getting a little bit better performance per the mining pool than reported on the miner, and that's what matters. That's basically what you get paid off of. So far this miner has been a good experience. With some competitor miner models coming to market soon with better efficiency, it makes me a little leery of this device, but if those new miners carry a huge premium, well, then they may just simply be a worse return on investment, but I can't give you investment advice. So I have no complaints. This has been a good device so far. Seems good to go. I encountered a pretty weird issue with the Volcminer D1 Mini. Basically, the reset button was apparently pushed in. Never really ran into this issue before or reached out to Volcminer. They were quick to respond, so that was cool. The user kept resetting to their default, and I would check back, I'd go to sleep, I'd wake up, and then I'd mine all night to their address. Totally sucks. Kind of faced that issue for a little while. I went back over to the farm, literally just jiggled the reset button around, and that got it into a position where it's been mining steadily for a couple days straight now. I did change my mining pool information, so I've got about 3 straight days of mining performance on this, and it hasn't reset or anything. So I think it's good to go. If it's not, I'm gonna have to open it up and look closer at this button. And to be honest, I may just rip the dang thing off. If that's what it really comes to. But yeah, I just wanted to make a note on a pretty weird issue. Issue I've never really had before out of many, many mining rigs. But what do they say? All is well that ends well, whatever. So seems good to go now. If for some reason you run into that issue, right? And I updated the firmware and I checked everything I could check, rebooted it manually, remotely, and anything else on the basic troubleshooting book. But messing with that button and then leaving it alone now has been the only thing that's really rectified the issue for me. So I hope you don't run into that issue, but if you do, check that button. Volcminer is a new manufacturer, but there haven't really been any complaints about their initial batches of their Volcminer D1. They've made a couple other model variations since then. So yeah, proceed with caution, but it's been good to go so far. I'm Vosk, I don't know everything, but I try to know something. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. We're chasing 1 million subscribers. I hope you subscribe and stick around, help us chase that dream. I hope you enjoy the content. In the comments, please let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm gonna keep pushing, trying to make the best videos we can here, while also trying to continue to build out, advance, and refine our mining farm. 10 seconds of tails. You're a good girl, baby. She's in here in the office with me today. Run that on every video. Hope you're having a good one. I'll see you later.